Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. This is especially brought to you by Koski Toys, who has sponsored this video. We'll get into the sponsorship later. Let's talk about it. First, we're talking about the Maestro Union Furay Planet Yin and Yang. Now, these guys share the same body, but there are a ton of different accessories that tell them apart, down to the head sculpts. So let's get started. The look on these guys is fantastic. The articulation is something different from what I was expecting, but it is really nice. And they're one of these figures that I've been collecting the Furay Planet stuff, and it's been really, really good. So I'm very excited to see where this line goes, because there's an there's a comic with art in the back with upcoming releases, and I gotta say I'm very much looking forward to it. So let's talk about the figures. When you stand these guys straight up, you will see that you get two completely different head sculpts. There's also minor differences in them. I do believe that you can take off the knee pads. You can take off the gauntlets as well too, but I left them on so you can see the difference between the two. And the reason why I took off the plastic clothing, and I'll get to that in the accessories, is because they also come with soft goods. Originally, they weren't planned for that, and they added it in, and I thought that was a really nice gesture from the Maestro Union team, which is really dope. And I really, really love his head sculpt. Like, I really do. He's probably my favorite head sculpt-wise. He looks really fantastic. The scars, the changing of the hair, things like that. It's all really cool. And look, I'm I'm taking it off the peg, so yeah. Then we have more like the old man style. The rings in the ears, the white hair, the longer, different style of it. It looks really fantastic. Because he is a little bit more naked, I'm actually going to go over his articulation. They're the same, but his would be slightly different, and I'll go over that with the gauntlets. So, as you can see here, we actually have the ability to hit maybe a Y pose. Yeah, you can hit a Y pose. And we have floating joints that allow you to rotate in and simulate a little bit of a butterfly joint here. We do have double jointed arms, and I really, really like that that was included. There is a bicep swivel as well. As you can see, I can rotate the joint. And we have a double joint. We have a ball jointed wrist mounted joints, so you can rotate the hands and wrist. At the upper torso, we have a rounder joint. Now, this is going to simulate some articulation, as we can push it forward and backwards, but there won't be much movement. But it makes really great for rotating left and right. No drop down for here, but I feel like the design is already very floaty up top. So and they're very, well, I can't say disproportionate. They're anthropomorphic panda bears. But what I was saying is, like, because it's so small, you have to distribute that weight evenly. So I feel like they gave it a lot more tolerances here. For instance, trying to get the kneecap to bend, like at that single joint, it's very tough. I have to heat it up repeatedly to make sure that your character doesn't fall. So I think that's something that they took into consideration. I do really like that. There's even ankle pivot here, which is really nice, and a toe pivot as well. So they do give you a nice bit of articulation. They try to make those joints as strong as possible. Here at the neck, when you pop the head off, you'll actually get a nice joint that rotates around with tolerances and space for it as well too, which is pretty dope because it allows for more movement. And this is all before you could put the clothes on. You have to excuse me, I'm so exhausted. I've been on the go for weeks now, and I'm trying to get back in the groove of things before I decide that I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna take a 3-month long break. But I'm not gonna do that. That's just how I feel. But as you can see here, articulation wise and look, when they are preferably naked here, they actually do have a lot of nice range and movement. And this is where I thought that them doing soft goods was an excellent idea, because the plastic that they come with would be quite hindering. So I'm going to talk about that in a second. And that's because when you get to him, we can actually take these off. So that means if the plastic that would cover the arms, it was hindering the articulation. So as you can see here, I can rotate it with no issue. We can still rotate our thighs and our arm here. You can see a little bit over the kneecap there, but as you can see, he'll pose up really fuchsially and nicely right in front of the camera, which personally to me, that looks fantastic, and I can't wait to do some panda bear posing. But as you can see, it only slightly hinders, as it still couples in the hands really, really well. Now, as far as accessories, let's start to talk about the plastic soft goods versus, the plastic goods versus the soft goods. So let's get to it. So, in comparison to the soft goods versus plastic goods, real quick, I'm just going to show you one of them instead of both. But they're actually, let's show both. The soft goods are indeed really nice. And yeah, it'll take some work to put them on, but when you compare it to what we previously got, these are indeed really nice, especially when you couple it with the belt. Sorry, the belt should be turned around this way. And it protects it really well. You don't lose a lot of articulation, but here at the sleeves is where you'll lose it. Because when you put the sleeves on through the tabs here for the button and the arms, you actually lose a bunch of articulation, which is why I'm like, crap. Like, that's what the kind of stuff, like, especially when I'm supposed to have martial arts panda bears. That's why I pretty much enjoy the soft goods. Same with him. When you put it here and then you talk about the sleeves and you couple it in, it functions and looks great, but you do lose that extra bit of articulation that you want, especially if it's sculpted in there. You want to use it. So I think the inclusion of the soft goods was really smart, and it does give people a choice to choose between having soft goods or plastic goods, so they can choose their preferences. I thought that was an excellent idea for people. Now, as far as accessories, they come with a lot. Let's start with this guy first. One of his weapons will be the double tonfas. So even if you don't want to use the gauntlets, you get these large tonfas to use with the character, which is really, really nice. You will also get slippers. Both brothers come with slippers. So you get slippers to put on their feet. You will get a couple of gourds. One is going to be your drinking gourd. One is going to be your larger gourd / pot. You can hang these from the belt if you want by using some string. Then you will get an alternative head sculpt. There's also bonus sculpts, which I'll talk about at the end. But I'm going to pop out the other sculpt here. Then we have this angry face, which looks utterly fantastic for this guy. And then you get a slew of hands. So you will get chopping / martial arts hands, or item holding hands, depending on how you want to do it. You will get a pair of opened relaxed hands. And both brothers come with the same pair of hands. You will get a set of closed fist. As well as 2-pronged finger ones. And like I said, both brothers come with the same sets of hands, in case you were curious. But for this brother, you'll get a different set of items. As you can see, we had our fishing pole sticking out. So you'll get a fishing pole. You can add string to it, and it definitely will latch on. You will also get more gourds for this gentleman. You have different types of gourds because he is the more of the drinker. You will get bento boxes, or actually these are books or lunch, depending on how you want to go about it, if you want to go the Kung Fu Panda route. And for when you use your soft goods, you will actually be included with latches and rope to include all of these smaller items, which I very much enjoy. You will get a walking cane as well. And what's really cool is for him, he has a carrying patch, which means you can carry it over the soft goods to the latch on. So you actually do get this, and it does open up so you can store all the items inside, originally as planned. You will also get a pair of slippers as well. As I said, his is a slightly different color though. His is more worn in, whereas the other brothers were more brown. So you can tell the brothers apart. And with that being said, let's talk about our size comparison. Let's get to it. All right, jumping into the size comparison. The first thing I want to do is compare to Tiger Master Wang, who appears in the comic. So I'm going to just compare him, put him out. And it's crazy too, because Tiger Master Wang's pretty big. And these guys look just so much smaller. He's a big dude. Then we have the Noda collectibles, or Noda toys. Sun Wukong, who I want to pair in there, as you can see. Let's take these two guys away. Then we can compare to, oh, this one's perfect, actually. If you are army building or doing some meatless men's, the All-Star Wave 6 Skeleton Raider fits in really well. As well as, I feel like this one actually fits in really well here. This is going to be the Spiro Toys. Oh, I forgot his damn name. My mind is drawing a blank. But the Spiro Toy stuff here, in my opinion, fits in really well. As well as the Mythic Legion stuff. Looks really, really good. Then you can compare to another 6-inch line domestically. I usually say Spider-Man is faced off against just about any and everything. So, here you can see how a 6-inch figure stacks up. So yeah. Next up, bonus, my main man Ichigo. I haven't been able to take out all my toys just yet. I'm still fixing things up. But Ichigo also fits in really, really well here. So with that being said, first off, thanks to Kowalski Toys for their patience and leading me into this. They're my first sponsorship, and I want to say thank you very much. If you'd like to purchase these products, there will be a link in the description. The commission from that will help keep this channel going, thanks to Kowalski Toys. And again, thank you to those guys. It actually means a lot that my first sponsorship has been one with really, they had a lot of patience, especially with my busy schedule. So it's been really nice. With that being said, I hope you guys will check out the toys. I hope you get some for yourself if you really want them. If not, I just want to say thank you for coming through and checking out the video. And as always, be good to yourself, be good to others. And as always, please, be good, do good. Drink your water, guys. Later.